Guys, they said Natasha don't show to Baba say she be Benin woman. That Two-Face cannot just do anyhow and go just like that. Not after all this dragging. Because you guys know that a lot of people drag Natasha. They drag They drag Natasha because at a time, a lot of people believe that it is Natasha who pushed Tu Baba into divorcing Annie. And this happened at a point that Tu Baba is supposed to be beside Annie, because at that point Annie was suffering a whole lot. She was in a serious pain. As a matter of fact, that first week that he came out to announce their divorce, they said Annie was going through rehabilitation. And as a husband, and a wife who are known, well known, a lot of people even look up to them. Oh, I'm telling you. Despite the fact that Two-Face have children all over the world, Annie was still with him. After fighting, they will still come back together. They will still be together for 22 years. So nobody is expecting that at this point in their life that they will be talking about divorce. But it happened. And it happened at a time that it is not supposed to happen. So a lot of people blame Natasha for that. A lot of people called her names. And Two-Face Baba, his mother, worsened the whole situation by coming out to say that Tu Baba does not know what he is doing, that he's still going through divorce process. And Natasha now gave him a bead, that Natasha hung a bead on his neck and his hand, that Two-Face does not know what he is doing, that he is acting based on that bead under his on his neck. So at this point, a lot of people drag Natasha the more, saying that he is using juju to manipulate Tu Baba into proposing to her, or into marrying her. Because even the day that Tu Baba was trying to propose to her, Tu Baba came out on social media telling us to beg Natasha to please accept her to marry, accept his proposal. So at this point, we don't know. But all I do know is that a lot of people drag Natasha alongside Tu Baba over what they did to Annie. And Annie, on the other hand, people pitied her. Nigerians are very good at that. Even when nobody know the actual truth. Anyways, as that was going on, Annie, because she doesn't want that divorce to happen, or because it was too hard for her to bear, she penned down an emotional message begging Tu Baba to please forgive her if she have wronged him in any way, that he have been the only man in her life, the only love of her life, and all of that. So shortly after that, we got an information that Annie DBS situation got worse, and they have to fly her to India. And during this period that Annie went to India to receive treatment, Two-Face and Natasha have been seen everywhere enjoying themselves, even when Two-Face mother is saying that her son Two-Face is missing, that ever since he left home, that he have not returned home. He no longer cares about his children. He doesn't ask about their well-being, as in how they are faring and everything. So the mother was complaining and complaining and complaining. And yet, Tu Baba did not care to return home. At some point, the mother declared him missing. The woman self is too dramatic on her own side. So all of this thing happened. And Annie was in Dubai, in India, receiving treatment. There was a video we saw then where her daughter was asking her if she is okay, if she is feeling lonely, this and that. But she told the daughter that she's fine. And as God may have it, shortly after that, we got an information that she have returned. And now that she is okay, everything went well. That simply means that her treatment there was okay, and she returned back. And that amputation, because at some point there was this rumor that the wound in her leg have refused to go, but if they continue treating it and refuse to go, they're going to amputate her leg. But at the end of the day, I don't think they amputated her leg. So right now she's good and back with her full legs, as in 2 legs, walking perfectly well. And when she returned, she just decided to be on her own. It's no longer the time that she will always come out to fight over Two-Face, because at some point a lot of people were expecting that she would come out and start fighting Natasha, but she never did that. She came back and decided to show herself more love than she ever did, and they said she did not even call Two-Face to kind of ask him, why did you abandon me? Why didn't you come to India to see me? This and that. And maybe at some point, Two Baba's mind started flogging him. You know that when you do certain things like this, you'll be restless. Or maybe the bead is no longer active. I don't know, because with what his mother said, I don't know which one to believe and which one not to believe. So at that point, information have it that Natasha and Two Baba were in Lagos. Yes, when they got to Lagos, they said Natasha rented a suite where she was staying with Two Baba. And from there, they have been going from one club to the other. They have been clubbing, enjoying themselves and all of that. Remember that around last week, there was this information that they went to Benin to see the king, that side. Some people said they were planning for their wedding, that they saw them doing shoppings and all of that. So during that period, they said Annie returned back. They said Two-Face countenance is changed. He no longer feels so comfortable with Natasha. And the fact that Annie did not call him, they said he became disturbed. At some point, we heard that Two-Face now told told Natasha that he wants to touch home. He wants to go to his house to see how his children are faring, that he will come back, that kind of stuff. And Annie was like, they said Natasha was like, you did not go home all this while, especially when Annie is not back home. Why did you want to go home now that Annie is back? That you are not going anywhere. They said it was a serious woto between Two Baba and Natasha. And after everything, Natasha did not allow Two-Face to go home. Maybe because he think that if Two Baba goes home to Annie, that he might not come back to her. I don't know what her reasons are that she did not allow Two Baba to reach home. They said Two Baba makes so much fuss out of it, but still, Natasha said he is not going anywhere. And the next thing they said Natasha did was to book a flight, and they left Lagos without wasting time. They moved to Abuja. If you guys are very close to or watching the stories, there was a video of Natasha and this Jaruma and Two Baba clubbing. They said it was that night that they fly to Abuja, that they attended that party, that nightclub with Jaruma, And they said Two Baba never feel good. If you watch, you see where Natasha was telling him, baby, kiss, but he wasn't smiling at all, to tell you that he does not like the fact that Natasha stopped him from going to see his family. If he is going to see Annie or the children, we do not know. But they said he wanted to go to his house in Lagos, but Natasha said he's not going anywhere, and he did not feel good about it. And I said, this is just the beginning. You think there are some people you mess up with and go. You don't enter, be say you don't enter. And thank God that Annie is managing herself. These are all alleged information. Thanks for watching. Bye.